I'm Travis Downey.
And I'm Adam Pruitt.
And this is another week of the Northwest Florida Daily News' Prep Football Blitz, where each week we review the week that was and kind of get you set for Friday night. And just running through the scores really quick, Crestview, big winners over Fort Walton Beach. Big surprise win there. 14-13 was the score in Crestview. Choctaw rolled over Navarre 55-0. Pine Forest defeated Niceville 31-28. Pensacola Catholic defeated Walton 31-0. Baker 43-13 win over Holmes County. West Gadsden 45-22 winners over Freeport. And McClay defeated Rocky Bayou 21-7. And Adam, I guess what stood out to you about last week?
You know, I think we can probably surpass small school in this case and just go.
No disrespect intended, but yeah.
Got to go directly to Crestview. I mean, what a huge win over Fort Walton Beach. Crestview, it seemed like they were snake bitten this year. They've played good teams. They've played them tight. They just haven't been able to pull off that big win. And they caught Fort Walton Beach. Fort Walton Beach had essentially played once in a month. They had to end up having a forfeit, essentially a bye that they didn't want. And Fort Walton Beach, they had played a lot of overmatched teams this year, and they beat them bad, but they just didn't have the kind of schedule yet that Crestview had. Crestview's played, they've played Pace, they've played Niceville, they've played Choctaw, they've played Mosley.
Right.
I mean, those kids were ready for that game, and what a defensive effort, what a play to end the game, and just what a win.
I think it really says a lot too. They were coming off 3 losses, Crestview, so that's a big win for them, and a real gut check type of win for Crestview. Really impressed with Choctawhatchee, the way they defeated Navarre 55-0. You were wondering about the offense earlier in the year. I don't think people are questioning that anymore.
Yeah.
Let's just jump to this week's slate of games, and we'll start with FSU High visiting Navarre.
Navarre's kind of on the ropes now. They've scored 7 points in 3 weeks. They've been shut out the last 2 weeks. I got to go with FSU High just because Navarre's in such a funk, and I think their confidence is hurting. And then getting beat by 55-0 with a running clock.
Yeah,
that's got to be hard to overcome. So
it really seems like everything is going against Navarre right now, and for that reason, I'm going to pick Navarre. And a little bit of an upset, I guess. I don't know, 2-5, 0-2. It's not been a good year for them, but I'm gonna say they rally the wagons and get it done. Milton on the road at Crestview.
I don't think the win over Fort Walton was an aberration for Crestview. Hopefully that now they're kind of starting to hit their stride. They've got things figured out. Jordan Glover has become a beast at the running back position. And, Milton's a little down this year. I expect Crestview to win this one. Yeah,
Milton's more than a little down. I've seen them a few times, and they haven't looked good in any time I've seen them. I'm going to go with Crestview, too, get back to 500 at 4-4 with a win. That takes us to Walton on the road at West Florida.
West Florida's only got a 2-5 record. Walton's basically the reverse. But West Florida plays a good schedule. They got beat by just a field goal by a good Pensacola team. They played Pensacola Catholic much better than Walton played Pensacola Catholic. Yep. And, I'm going to go ahead and take them at home.
Okay. I'm going to go with Walton on the road, just to counter you, I guess. Nothing else. Let's go to Port St. Joe visiting Freeport in a big district game here.
Yeah, big district game. I think, Port St. Joe is a very tough team. I think them and West Gadsden may be the class of that district. I'll get ahead and go with them, but I think Freeport's going to make it close.
I think it'll be a good game, but I'm also going to go with Port St. Joe to win on the road there. Rocky Bayou, they're also on the road, across the state line playing Florala.
Rocky's lost 6 in a row. Obviously, they've struggled. First-year have been expected. Mm-hmm. But that said, they played much better in a 21-7 loss to McClay last week. I still got to take Florala, but I think the Knights may be due for a win pretty soon.
I'm going to go with Rocky Bayou. I think this is the week that they do get that win. Looking at Florala's schedule, they've been just as bad, if not worse, than Rocky Bayou so far this year. So I'm going to say Rocky Bayou gets it done with a running game that they're looking to impose on Florala. Let's go to Mosley on the road at Fort Walton Beach.
This is going to be, I would imagine, an outstanding game. Mosley can score and score big, but Fort Walton Beach again, impenetrable defense. They only gave up 14 to Crestview. That was their offense has got to score more than 13 points. I'll go Walton Beach. But again, this is not going to be an easy game. I hope they come out motivated and really ticked off after that loss.
You would think they would after last week. I'm going to take Fort Walton Beach as well. And that'll bring us to our game of the week, which sees Baker pay a visit to Vernon, looking for their first district crown since the 2001 season.
And I'm going to take Baker. They haven't won a district title in several years, and this was a school with a great tradition. I think this is their year. Cameron Domingue has been phenomenal. They've got other guys: Billy Watmall, Kellen Meeks, Marcus Jones. Real good offense, and these kids really won a district title. They didn't win a game as freshmen. A lot of them played on the varsity team, and this is the kind of thing that they deserve 4 years later.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. I'm going to go with Baker to win this game as well. And that'll do it for Week 9 of the Prep Football Blitz. We'll see you next week.